from the game last week?
I mean, I said it before the coaches said it, and then they said it right after me. It's Groundhog's Day. 2 and 3 years of the same, like you just close your eyes and the score is roughly the same, and we can't score a basket. And it's just Groundhog's Day. It's unfortunate. We solved some other problems during the course of the game from the other night with the rebounding and our aggressiveness and so on and so forth, which was great. But I don't have the stats in front of me. I know we went 3 for 25 or something. I don't know what it was, but we just couldn't score a basket. And 75 points is enough to win a game defensively, but it's just kind of a little bit of a Groundhog's Day and just kind of what we've done every time we've come up here.
Is that the most frustrating thing? Is that, like you say, 75 points is probably enough to win a team to win a game. You just couldn't get anything going offensively tonight at all.
Yeah, I mean, we just couldn't have any consistency of making any kind of shots to kind of open the floor up, and that's difficult. The floor gets smaller in those areas, and the pressure mounts, and you're not making them, and it kind of snowballs into no one making them across the board. And it is what it is at this point, and we just have to regroup, and we get the chance to go back up here and try our luck next Thursday.
I've got one number for you, Scott. Andre Leslie from ABC here. 16% was the percentage from three-pointer. That's not what you want, I guess. How can you improve that, or is there an explanation for that?
I mean, I don't have an explanation. They didn't make shots. We had open shots. They didn't go in, and I can't shoot the ball for them or whatever. So I don't have an explanation other than we haven't shot at all ever up here ever anything of consistency, whether they're twos or threes. And again, it was just Groundhog's Day.
You were saying on Wednesday night, I can't remember the exact term, but it was like a trick game of coming off on a high and then having the downer again. Do you think it was partly that mentality of not having the greatest record here at the Silverdome that kind of was in the back of the mind with us?
Well, we have a whole new group of guys here, so there's only, I think, 3 here, and Drimmick didn't travel, so we only have 3 guys that have been here. So the other guys have no idea unless they happen to play against us here at some point or another. I think Bannon might be the only one that actually played up here before. I can't remember, but anyways, they would have no recollection of that in general, and we just don't play very well for some reason.
Do you have to change what you do at the Silverdome? Do you get to think about?
Yeah, so we've come up 2 days ahead of time. We've practiced. We've come up like we've done in the past here, and come and practiced that same day. This time we came up and we came late in the evening so that we would just wake up and go to shoot around. On Thursday, we're taking a bus up in the morning, playing the game, and busing back home. So we've tried to go into every possible angle of what it is, and that will be the next one. We'll bus up on Thursday morning, and we'll bus back after the game.
What about the game plan? Anything on court that you can change?
I mean, listen, when the game is about making shots at the end of the day, and the three-point line is the great equalizer in sports, and they made enough threes to actually obviously do enough damage to win the game ultimately. But if you're not being able to space the floor and not being able to make threes with some kind of consistency, it's really hard just to do anything functional, because these teams are going to stay underneath you at the three-point line and just beg you to shoot them. And so, pounding the ball inside can work at times, but if you can't kick it back out and make them pay for shrinking the floor, it becomes a little bit of a problem. And, in the past we've had trouble scoring in general, but up here it's just been one of those things.
I want to talk about the positive, though. You did really turn around the rebound.
Absolutely.
You won the count by 14
Yeah.
and really struggled on Wednesday against Perth.
Yeah.
What do you put that change down to?
Well, we were obviously stressing that the last couple of days in video, and we've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 weeks just in general. Our transition defense was better, I thought. Our what we call our 40s up the floor was better. Our aggressiveness to play was better. So I told them, there's some positives to take out of this, and it is what it is at this point. I think we said 5-5, and I think last year we were 3-8. And so, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And at the end of the day, we have some bodies coming back, which will definitely impact our scoring and help us in some areas. And we'll just drop our heads and go back to work.
With DJ out at the moment, and Bryce was really good late, tried to carry the team late, and was really good late in the game. Would you like to see him take a handful more shots while DJ is out?
Well, he's taking as many shots as they can give him. I mean, at the end of the day, you just can't keep firing shots up there. And we're trying to get the ball and get it in other people's hands, too. And I thought he was, again, pretty good with this spraying the ball around and getting off the ball when he needed to. And, you know, you just can't ask a kid to play 32 minutes and then, you know, take 25 shots and just grind away in a game, especially like this, where there's not a lot of space and there's no room for him to go. And so I thought he played well again and just unselfish and made the right plays.
And talking about bodies coming back, obviously Magna did go down injured Wednesday, but back tonight. How are the guys looking? Do you reckon you'll have anyone back?
Dremek's next week, either Thursday or Saturday, depending. We'll see what transpired over this weekend. He had an ejection early last week, and I think he's responding well to that. And then, as I said before, DJ and Woodhill are before fever break.
Jack and Marcus coming back here. Obviously, Marcus was talking about, you know, how I guess it was a bit of a surreal feeling. Like, how was it like, I guess, coming up against those guys for the first time?
Well, we played them about 6 weeks ago in the Blitz, so we've already kind of had the love affair and go back and forth with them. But the guy that, to be honest with you, that I'm most proud of over there is Lockie Barker. I mean, you know, he stuck with us for 2 years and grinding away and trying to get into the league and get back, and was a huge part of what we did and helped us tremendously. And to have him get on a roster spot, to me, is, you know, really exciting. Those other two guys obviously are wonderful guys, but to have a kid like that that's kind of just gone through it and keep his head above water and keep working and lands on a roster spot, it was great to see him out there running around.
Silver Dome, obviously, is pretty good out there tonight, and there's going to be upgrades next year, which I'm sure the JackJumpers are rapt to hear about. How important are they, just especially for the player comfort? It must be hot for them to play out there at the moment.
Well, I mean, when it happens, it happens. I mean, it's been talked about for quite a long time, but ultimately, it's not just for the JackJumpers. I think just in general, the facilities throughout the state need to be improved across the board, and this is just one of the areas that they can make a huge improvement, not just for us, but anyone else playing up in this region, for the youth and everyone else playing here. So whatever they end up doing and whenever they end up wanting to get moving on it, it'll be obviously not just good for us because we're only playing twice. It's going to be good for the rest of the state. Yep.